You all right there? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. It's a good night for college football, man.
It is.
It's a good like for a Friday night. I mean, especially from a college fantasy perspective, there's a lot of players that matter that are playing tonight.
Yeah.
Ashton Daniels, Elike Amayor, Kyle McCord, Aronde Gadsden, um, Dylan Raiola. People are so there's probably somebody starting Dylan Raiola or Banks or
Oh no.
Isaiah Nayor.
I don't know. I don't know what happened in the. I must have missed what just happened.
Thomas Fidel. Hold on, I missed it too. Hold on, let me get the.
I saw him talking to Gadsden, so I wonder if did he fumble the ball or did McCord throw an interception? Because Syracuse just had the ball.
I just got third and long. And hold on, I gotta have games on here so I can see them both. Okay, here now I can see them both.
Well, here goes Dylan Raiola taking the field for Nebraska.
I've got money riding on. I need Kyle McCord to throw 3 touchdowns.
Same.
I need LaQuint Allen to get like 24 yards receiving, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is a informal. What's up, Brett? In the chat, we'll see you. Yeah, it's just a good night for college football. Just a good night for college football. Matt, don't spoil it for, we don't know the time that people are seeing stuff. Because the last time we did this,
I know.
You were ruining stuff.
The national championship gave me. I was ahead seeing some things. I'll try not to. I'm trying to watch both. I've got the only ones I have today, which I paired with the ones we'll talk about on the tailgate tomorrow, is I did Kyle McCord over as well on passing touchdowns, which I mean I know it's early, but I'm honestly kind of panicking about already the fact that it's.
I'm not panicking, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why I took it, because I knew Stanford had a fast pace of play. Yeah. I don't know anything about Stanford's defense, but I'm like, all right, Stanford is traveling from California to New York.
Yeah.
I mean, they play fast. They're going to give a lot of possessions to Syracuse. I thought that this could be a higher scoring game. So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the first quarter. It's both teams have looked. I've missed probably the first 6 minutes of the game, but I've been watching since then, and I feel like both teams have been a little bit sloppy.
No, I mean, Stanford drove straight down.
Yeah.
Elike Amayor was open for a deep touchdown. It would have been like a 60-yard touchdown. Ashton Daniels overthrew him, but then later on that same drive, he caught a one-handed touchdown catch in the corner.
I probably missed that drive then because they had already scored by the time I turned the game on. But the only other play I took was Dante Dowdell over 0.5 rush receiving touchdown. I think he gets those red zone carries, so I was like, I'm taking that.
It was over 0.5?
Yeah, it was at 0.5, yeah.
That's low for somebody who's like a starting running back.
Yeah. A lot of them are. I mean, Jeremiah Smith this week is sitting at 0.5 receiving or rush touchdown against Marshall. So I took that as well. I have it on the tailgate to talk about tomorrow.
Oh, man. That's one of those bets that you just won't see. Like tomorrow you'll get there and it's not even.
Yeah, it's going to be at like 1.5 or something. Yeah, that's why I went in and grabbed it now.
I think I got I don't even, what would I play it with though? I don't know.
I mean, I did it with the ones I did tonight. I played it with Kyle McCord, the Dante Dowdell. I did Kyron Drones and Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love's at 0.5 too. He scored every single week. And they're playing, what is it, Montana or something like that? And with the way they can't pass the ball, I mean, it's 0.5 rush or receiving touchdown. So he can even score a receiving touchdown if he wants, but I played a Jeremiah Love too, so I got like 6 of them in all one.
Do you have both up, or are you just
I'm watching both on the. So I have YouTube TV, so I have the split screen thing, so it's playing both games at the same time.
I need to get you. How much do you mind? How much is your YouTube TV?
So I don't mind saying how much it is. I don't pay for it. I use my brother's because you can do a family plan, so you can split it with multiple people, but it's $70 a month.
No.
That's it. Yeah, I'm dead serious. $70 a month. I had it last year, but then I don't do Sunday ticket, and like he pays for Sunday ticket, so we split it. Yeah, Stephen Brett put in the chat $72.99. Yeah, it's in my opinion cheap. Because here's the other thing, what I love about it.
But you still have to buy the internet though. You still have to buy.
No, you just pay for the package. Well, if you have internet, you're paying already for internet. What do you mean?
what I'm saying is you have to have a different provider. So I have my cable and my everything is through Spectrum. So like my TV and my internet is through Spectrum. So like if I got rid of Spectrum's cable package, I would still be paying the internet.
Oh yeah, I mean I do the same time. AT&T is my internet, but I pay. But so here's the thing: why I personally love it. This is why I talk about it all the time. I go back and watch games. You can literally select every single college football team on earth, and YouTube TV records all of them, and they keep them on there for an entire year. So you can go back and watch any game at any point in time you want for an entire year.
This is the second year in a row where I'm like, man, I keep hearing about YouTube TV. It's just making the switch. I'm just like, man, we need to have a conversation about Luke Altmaier. And I feel like I've always been the one, as far as the rankings go.
That was a nice pass.
There goes Ashton Daniels. As far as the rankings go, I'm always highest on I guess that's Luke Altmaier.
Good for Kyle McCord. Stanford scores again. They're going to be passing the ball a lot more.
Yeah, they're going to be passing. I need 3 touchdowns from Kyle McCord passing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Brett, if you want, I don't because unfortunately my 4K TV was broken by my son. But if you get the 4K package, it's just an extra $5 a month and you get all the games in 4K too. Like it's worth it. I remember when it first happened, Jared Wackerly was the one who talked me into getting it and I got it and I have not regretted it since. I love it. It's like I said, especially on Saturdays when you have, because they give you like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different options of quad boxes. So you'll have 4 games up on a screen and they give you different options of all the different top games mixed in together. So you can have 4 games up on one TV.
Yeah.
And last year when I was doing it, I had it up on like 3 different devices. I had it on my big TV, then I had a TV off to my left that I had 4 games up on. And then I also had it up on my computer and I was just watching as many games as I could, just kind of going back and forth. And that's why I love it. Because if you don't have that, then you're just trying to like find everything on the different
Pat Bryant
services. Yep.
Pat Bryant.
Illinois takes the early lead.
Pat Bryant. Ooh, is that Cedric Irvin Jr.? Oh, who's Ford? Is that who's Ford? Who's Ford for Stanford?
I have no idea.
Is that Devin? Who's Ford?
I don't know. That must be the other. I mean, I know they have the. Was it splitting up? Are they calling it back?
Yep. No.
Yep. They just called it back. Yep. Second down. Holding looked like on the offense.
Micah Ford from. He did not start at. He's a freshman. Oh, I guess he is. He's a freshman at Syracuse this year. Micah Ford. Okay. Gator J, what's up? College and NFL that way. What's up, Gator? I haven't seen you around in a long time. Appreciate you but Gator's out there doing his own thing, recording, and he's got that voice for radio. Matt can give me a code, like a discount code. So this is my problem. So I pay, and I probably pay too much. I pay about $200 a month for my internet and cable together. And I think about 70 of that is the internet package. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, like I said, I do too. I pay. What do I have? I have the fiber. You can't hear me. I mean, Gator, can you hear me? Brett, I assume you guys are both in the chat. Can you hear me now? Okay. So I mean, I do too. Like, I pay $100, but I have like the FiOS fiber. So like I have like the high, even though sometimes it don't work with this crappy computer. It works great with that MacBook I used to have. This computer doesn't always work right.
You mean this one? You mean this Mac?
Yeah, the one that you have. Yeah. But yeah, like I pay that, but then I also pay, like I said, I don't. Well, again, I'm sharing it with my brother, and you can always find people. Like, I mean, I don't feel like this is bad to say. I used to split it with Dwight. The very first season that I did it, like the very first year we started Campus to Canton, Dwight split it with me. He would pay me like $30 and he would use my subscription.
What, YouTube TV?
In there. Yeah. You can split it. You can add family members on there. So
damn, man, I might. I feel like, isn't this a work expense? Shouldn't my cable be paid for?
You know what? I think it should all be. You're right. We need to get Austin. Austin was talking about maybe coming on here. We need to bombard him with that in the chat right now.
All right, what else should we talk about?
I mean, how good Kyle McCord has looked and how he's a top. What was he? I mean, he didn't play last week, so he probably dropped some, but he was the number 4 quarterback. I'm just kidding a little bit, but
he's been putting a lot of velocity on these 3-step hitches, which is fine, you know. I mean, it's not the most complicated. So that's what they were doing early on in this game. I don't know if you were watching, but they were doing a lot of short 3-step drop stuff, and he had the ball coming out of his hand quickly. I haven't watched a lot of Kyle, so I don't know if he's dinking and dunking or if he's throwing it downfield or what.
Dang, sorry, there was a mosquito right there. No, so for the most part, he hasn't been dinking and dunking. He's been going down the field mostly to Trevor Pena.
Pena's not playing today.
Oh, that might be.
I'm sorry. No. But it's not Pena. It's that dude that transfer from Georgia. That transfer from Georgia who's not playing. I forgot about it. I don't remember it. To me, the only guys who've really been good from when I was watching was Trevor Pena and then obviously Arondé Gadsden. So right now, he's sitting with a 10.5 ADOT. I mean, that's not bad, I guess. I mean, it was a little bit lower in the Georgia Tech game. It was at 8.6, but it was at, where'd it go, 12.6 in the Ohio game where he was slinging it a lot more, but threw that interception. He's a receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been good. Like so there was
Zeed Haynes.
Oh, yeah, Zeed Haynes. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, in the Ohio game, there was a throw that he made to Trevor Pena that, in my opinion, it's an NFL throw. And I think I retweeted it, and I mentioned you in it because it's something you talked about where, well, you always talk about you love those throws that are opposite hash throws, like on a line.
Yeah.
So he was opposite hash, threw it to the corner of the end zone where literally only Pena could catch it. And, I mean, it was a line drive. It was maybe 10, like, there was no arch. It was just a straight bull. I was like, that's the kind of stuff that Felix talks about. And that we never saw that at Ohio State, though, which I don't think is unfair to say. We did not see those kind of throws at Ohio State.
And well, so you know what I was thinking?
To see it.
You know what I was thinking is that at Ohio State, he always had some receiver that he had to feed, right?
Yeah.
At Syracuse, I mean, you give the ball to Arondé Gadsden, but there's no receiver that you just gotta force the ball into. Let me see if I can find your Matt's. I don't remember you tagged me in it.
I didn't tag you in it. I think I just said Felix. I didn't tag you in it because I knew you probably come in there and say something unnecessary. So I just left.
I haven't really been on Twitter a whole lot lately, unless my personal.
Neither have I.
Like I've been trying to have the main.
But yeah, Brett said he saw the throw. I want to say it was the Ohio game, right, Brett? I'm not misremembering that. I know he had a good throw in the Georgia Tech game as well, but I'm pretty sure it was the Ohio game where that Trevor Pena throw was. But yeah, it was a really impressive throw. I also think part of that is, and I was talking about this with some actual Ohio State people behind the scenes when I tweeted this out.
That's a good throw. That throw that you posted to Quinn was good. I don't see the throw from Kyle.
I'll find it here in a minute. Is Ryan Day's offense is a lot more conservative than people think it is. And I think that's a big part of it as well. Like, because those players always put up numbers and they do have like those big explosive plays at times, I think people think that the offense is a lot more explosive than it really is. And it's not. He's a very conservative play caller. They don't typically challenge down the field that often. And so I do think that was some of it as well. I mean, we talked a lot about it when Kyle came out of high school. It was like, he is a gunslinger. Mm-hmm. And that was one big reason why we didn't like, I never thought Devin Brown was going to win that starting job because Devin Brown is 100% gunslinger. And I was like, Ryan Day does not like that. And it's like, maybe he's reining Kyle in because we hadn't really seen Kyle do that when Kyle got on the field. And so, yeah, I think it's a great thing that he transferred out and is able to kind of play more toward his style now than he was. Cause I thought he's looked, in my opinion, a lot better, but I know a lot of people will take that with a grain of salt.
Get him on after the game. I mean, text Derek.
I'll ask him
and tell him. Text Derek and say,
like after the actual game.
No, I want it. No, tell him I want right after the game. I want the first interview after this game. Dylan Raiola.
I'll he's good. I mean, the thing with him is like, and I talked about it in let me see here. I'm trying to search my thing to find this throw. that first game that he played against, oh man, who was it that
I don't know, but both Jelani Banks and Nayor had good receiving days in that one. All right, Syracuse got the ball.
No, that's not it. Maybe I reposted the wrong one. Oh wait, here we go. I think I found it.
Just retweet it.
So it's kind of hard to see from this angle.
Retweet it so I can see it.
Okay, yeah, this is it. I'm retweeting. I'll tag you. And you want me to tag you in the comment? I mean, I don't care.
No, if you just retweet it, I can see it because I'm looking at your timeline right now.
Okay, I'm retweeting it right now. Repost. There you go. Here's another one too, but it's not as good as the first one. I'll retweet.
What happened to Cedric Irvin? That's a good question. We should have Chris on because Cedric Irvin's not even the starter.
Yeah, we don't know, Steve. I don't. We were just talking about the fact that Ford, the touchdown was called back, but that he had just got a touchdown. I don't know. I don't think. I haven't been on Twitter tonight.
Cedric Irvin. I drafted a lot of Cedric Irvin on the underdog best ball thing, and he's not doing anything for me either. So
I don't know if it's an injury or what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Irvin. Oh man, that play just got blown up in the backfield.
I messed it.
Is the Nebraska game. That true freshman, Hanley Jr., they've been using him a lot at Nebraska. I think he's going to be the guy, not Jalen Lloyd, but they just got blown up.
Dude on this jet sweep or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, they just got, man.
That was horrible. Up. See, you got eyes on you. It's a Friday night. Everybody's watching.
Oh, come on.
What's he going to do?
It's all right.
That Stanford defense traveled from California to New York. Yeah, and they are whooping some bootay right now. Come on, man, Matthew. What's up with your boy? I mean,
it's all right. Hey, look,
we're finally watching him. Everybody's here watching him.
It's been a bad first quarter, but we got time. We got time to turn it around. I'm not too worried about it.
Man, Real is just
oh, I know.
Wherever he wants to. That was an opposite hash throw.
So
that was an hash throw.
So in their first game, and I can't remember who they played. It was on TV.
Oh, come on. I need that 20. I need that 20 receiving yards for LaQuint Allen.
Let's see here.
It doesn't matter. Kyle McCord doesn't throw 3 TDs. It doesn't matter. So.
Oh, well, he just got, 10 of it right there? 12?
Yeah, but I still need – it's one of those –
I think he'll get there. He'll get there. He'll get there. I'm not worried about it.
So far. Doesn't look like it so far. I need to see Caden Fegan, man. That I don't understand. You see how good Braylon Allen looks?
I didn't watch. I've had a bad thing of not watching the NFL
that game. The entire season, Braylon Allen has looked like a dude.
Has he? Well, that's what I'm saying. I really have not watched the NFL at all this year. I've been using my Sundays to rewatch or watch college football games that I've missed. I have not watched much.
Braylon Allen looks like a dude.
I'm going to go look this up against. Was it the UTEP game or the Colorado game?
You know what I was thinking, Matt?
What's that?
We need to go back and think about all the coach speak and all the players who were hyped in training camp. And what? Because I'm watching the Stanford game. You remember how much hype Emmett Mosley got? The dude, because Ashton Daniels said he was going to win the Biletnikoff. Now he might very well be a very good football player, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he has a catch on the season. This is the dude that said was going to win the Biletnikoff award.
So I know Brett's in the chat. I know he plays in a lot of leagues. Anybody else who plays in a lot of leagues and cares about recruiting and freshmen? I just got a text from someone. Taven St. Clair just went down in his high school game with a knee injury. He got horse collared and his knee buckled.
You should put a news blurb out on that. Ohio State. Just put according to sources, Taven St. Clair. You don't need to have an exclamation point, Matthew.
Yeah,
you just put breaking.
Just call me out live on stream.
But yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I'll filibuster for you.
I'm doing it right now. You just want me to put according to sources? I mean, I honestly don't want to say who told me that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't think it's a big.
Is it a legitimate source?
Yes. He works for the guys.
Per sources. He works for who? The team?
He works for Ohio State. He literally works for Ohio State. Yes.
Yeah, I would just say, per the source with knowledge. Break. Taven St. Clair, for those who don't know, is 5-star quarterback in next year's class. I've already started writing his profile, actually, because I just have been bored. And I don't understand why you guys on the recruiting
No, that's my job.
No,
that is my job.
I've already started.
I will.
You know what he's really good at? You know what he's really good at? He is really good at throwing when he's moving to his opposite
everything.
Shoulder. No, not everything, because he's not a runner.
Yeah. Should I just write Taven St. Clair injured?
You say what the injury was, and if they said it was holding on to his knee or whatever, or injured his knee, just say that.
No, I'm sorry for the headline. For the headline, I'll write the other part. What should I put as the head? What do you want me to put as the headline?
Oh, Ohio State quarterback commit injured. Gator J said he's going to DM me a picture tomorrow of how the YouTube TV does college football. Okay. All right. I mean, I've heard it was like really good. I think I'm secretly afraid of change sometimes.
Okay.
But I need to. Spectrum has been good lately, but they've had their issues. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that YouTube TV. Oh, let me get Stanford and Nebraska.
I'm not watching the games right now, so let me know what happens as I'm typing this up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to be informed. All right, Stanford has the ball here at their own 24. It's funny. I think it takes a little while, and I'm not saying I'm like, I know college football like a CFF guy would, talking about who the backup receivers are at FIU. But after a while, you get these teams, and I feel like I know every starter on Stanford, every relevant starter on Stanford, Syracuse, Nebraska. I mean, it's the 134 FBS teams, but you end up learning who the relevant players are, and then you just end up learning all the players. Ooh, Ashton Daniels just picked off, so Syracuse will have the ball at about the Stanford 21, 22 in the red zone, almost in the red zone. Come on. Listen, Kyle, I need these 3 TDs. Because I'm trying to get this money.
Okay, I added a little bit more just because I just got some more update on he did something the next play.
Steve says Ohio State was a bad choice for who? For Taven St. Clair?
Oh, I disagreed. I mean, I know.
Let me talk to the audience while you finish posting that.
Well, I'm already done. I'm just looking up the image.
Done?
My thing is, let me just answer real quick. Yeah. Here's my thing. Like you said, if someone says that, I know I know you give me crap about this all the time, but I legitimately think Taven St. Clair could have started as a true freshman for Ohio State. He's that talented. And the rest of that room sucks.
You think every freshman quarterback can unseat somebody?
That's not true.
All right, Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Come on, man. I need these 3. Let's go.
Okay. Publish. Where's this at? Published. Cool.
You got to post it to the news page, too.
I did. Okay. Horse collared tackled.
No, I mean
I should put tackled using
the Twitter page.
Let me change that real quick. Knee injury.
All right, I've got Syracuse is at the Stanford 12, 1st and 10, so they can even get a first down before scoring.
Come on, man. Seriously, computer.
Kyle is rolling out to his right, throws it into the dirt into the flat. Who is that? Who's 22? So I guess let me see who all is catching passes for Syracuse, because they said that he's hit 8 different receivers a couple of times this year. Syracuse stats. He does look different than he did at Ohio State. So Rondé Gatson, of course, is the leading receiver with 13 receptions, and Trevor Pena has 12. Zede Haynes, who's not playing tonight, has 8. Jackson Meeks. Is that Georgia's Jackson Meeks?
Might be.
Where did Fran Bark?
You want me to share it on Twitter?
Huh? Yeah, put it on the Twitter.
Oh, I was saying you want me to share it on Twitter.
Yes, we had put all the news on the Twitter page. On the news page. Okay. On the news page. So I didn't realize. Where did Fran Brown? Did Fran Brown
doing
come
it.
from Georgia? How does he have two different Georgia receivers? He must have come from Georgia.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I just
he did.
know he's a really good recruiter, and
He was the coach at Georgia last year. That's
oh, there we go. I'm going to tell you what.
What?
Outside of Dan Lanning, I think Fran Brown's becoming my favorite coach.
Well, he's definitely. Oh, give me that TD. Come on, Kyle. He's definitely my favorite coach as far as just his intensity. That dude feels like he's like you do not want to cross that dude. He seems.
I mean, not even that. Like, I love his press conferences, man. Like, he just doesn't. He says whatever he wants. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like Dan Lanning does a lot of that too.
Something like that. Whatever he says.
Yeah.
Kyle.
All right, here we go. Ohio State quarterback commit injured in game Friday night.
I feel like Kyle McCord ends up with a good night. Brett, I hope so, because I've got one of those. I got one of those times like 7 parlays on Underdog. I got the first 2 legs were Aaron Rodgers and Gio Lopez over. It was Gio Lopez over 1.5 TDs. I was like, yeah, I'm taking the over on that one. They smoked. Oh, by the way, Fluff Blothwell, that dude is a beast. He's going to be a beast for a while. Then we got an incomplete in the red zone for Nebraska.
Was I muted when I just coughed right there?
No, you coughed right into the microphone. You were not being professional.
My
your mute button.
My stuff is acting weird at the moment.
Are you on a delay?
No, I clicked it. It's just clearly not working. I am a little bit, yeah, because like I see your mouth moving and then your words come out for a second. So like I'm on a little bit of that's my bad. That was very unprofessional. I thought I had muted it. Clearly, it did not work. I apologize. I think it was posting that story and all that other stuff. And then I'm trying to. The other problem is I'm over here downloading or working on more music for tomorrow, and I was in the middle of saving it, so I didn't lose any of it, so I can upload it. Yeah, thank you, Steve. It was professional coughing. I agree. Thank you. I thought so too.
So I didn't know if I was going to be able to be on tonight because the power went out here.
Yeah.
At the house, and I'm flipping the switches and everything. I'll call my electrician. He comes out. Did I tell you in the chat what happened?
No, you just said that the power went out. That was it.
I guess I hadn't paid the bill.
Uh-oh.
My electrician was like, "Are you sure the bill is paid?" No, that's never happened to me before.
No.
I was like, no. And then I went and looked, and I had a shut off notice yesterday. I didn't know that. Well. All right, both games in
commercial break. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have a conversation about Luke Altmaier because.
Oh wait! Can we have a different conversation real quick? Just real quick, because I see Austin's in the chat. Austin, I really think we should start looking into YouTube TV being comped by the company for all of its employees that want to watch a lot of football games. And, there's just maybe we should have this more on professional scenes, but just put a little bit of little bug in your ear, just so it's out in the open. See if maybe the people agree with Felix and myself. But yeah, Luke Altmaier. He's been playing pretty good this year.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good. Caden Fegan has not been playing well. Dylan Raiola is 10 for 14 here in the first, and Luke Altmaier is 4 for 4.
No, not his power, Gator. His internet bill. He paid his power. He did not pay his internet bill.
No. The power.
Oh,
no,
it was the power bill.
It was the.
I actually have done that before. I switched companies and then forgot to set it up on auto pay one point, and then my stuff just got. I was like, "What the hell happened?" I called you haven't paid. I was like, "Oh."
So my electrician came out, and it's the same guy. My house was recently renovated, so it's the same guy who did all the work. And I'm like, Kelly, can you come over because my power is out. What confused me is I'm in a duplex, so the other side was working, and I'm like, so anyway, and this is an old house built in 1925. So I was like, Kelly, can you come over? And he's down there working, and he's putting his little needles and stuff. He was like, Are you sure? Are you sure you paid the bill? And I was like, yeah, of course I paid the bill. And I went and looked, and I had a shut-off notice yesterday. I'm just like, I don't know how that works because I've never had that before.
Yeah.
Never had that.
That's really got to suck because, like, he's down there. He's like, no, are you sure, Felix? Because everything's fine. Exactly. Like, it's all working, man. So.
You know what's messed up? It was less than 60 seconds after I paid it. I heard the fan from my air.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, for real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how they get you.
I was scared. I was scared that it wasn't gonna it was a Friday evening.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I hope my power's not gonna be off for the rest of the weekend, but it was good.
No, they always say that stuff like when it happens. Because like I said, it happened to me before too. I know Steve's saying in the chat, auto pay. Yeah, I forgot to put mine on one time when I switched companies, and they're like, oh well, I think it was on like a Friday or it was a Thursday night, and I wanted to watch whatever Thursday night football game was. I was like, oh well, it may not be till Friday afternoon. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I was on like 2 minutes later, and I was like, okay, thank God.
Yeah. When you got football on, I'll get the bills paid. Somebody asked what happened to Cedric Irvin. We really need to figure that out. Stanford stats. Let's see. I mean, Michael Ford, man. How many games? They've only played 2 games, but Michael Ford, who is a true freshman, he's the leading receiver. He only has 13 carries. Cedric Irvin has 10. Michael Ford has 13 carries for 14 yards. And Cedric Irvin has 10 for 34. They're not really even. It's really Ashton Daniels who is the running game for this team. But I don't know.
Syracuse got another turnover? No, okay, never mind. I thought they hadn't put Kyle right back out there. Come on, man. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna start looking into Cedric Irvin here and see if I can figure
another dot by Luke Altmaier. Ooh, and it's good strip. Good strip. That black shirt defense. What y'all know about the black shirt? Do they still do that? Do they still do the black shirts at Nebraska? Black shirts, Nebraska. It looks like they still. Yeah, they still do that. We copied that in high school. Anybody know? So the starters at Nebraska wear black shirts underneath their jerseys, and they've done it for like years and years and years. I don't know how. They've done it for a long time. We did it at my high school growing up.
Man, maybe he's just not the starter. I mean, because he scored. I'm looking. I forgot that he scored that touchdown from Elijah Brown a couple weeks ago.
I was gonna ask you if you had a route but you didn't play football in high school, did you?
I played my freshman year until I shattered my thumb. I played defensive back, and I was short, and I got destroyed, and I was like, no more. I couldn't play baseball that year. I love playing baseball and soccer more than anything else. So like when that happened to me and I could not play baseball anymore, I was like, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do this.
I was just gonna ask if you had like a routine for what you wore under your shoulder pads. I did. So this is nobody cares, but I wanted the least amount of fabric as possible. So I always had a cut off. So I'd have a shirt with no sleeves and it would be cut off at the belly under my shoulder pads. So it would just be like the mesh jersey would be on my belly, but I would have something underneath my shoulder pads. It was usually like a training camp t-shirt or something like that. And then rainy games, I never wore gloves for rainy games because for rainy games I wanted to feel the ball on my hands, leather on my hands.
Yeah, so I think everybody. Austin's in the chat. Austin's played soccer his whole. I'm sure he just saying. So for me, I always had to have something on my wrist. When I played baseball, I had a wristband with my number on it. I usually wore. I always had a what's it called? Not Under Armour, but like a performance, like tight performance shirt. Yeah. I would have it long on my throwing arm, cut short on my glove arm, and then I'd always have my socks, my pants rolled up to my knees with high socks. And then soccer wise, I don't think I ever really did anything soccer wise. I mean, I always made sure I had to have up until recently, I always had to have Adidas cleats. That's it.
All right, it's story time. It's story time. Austin saying, I don't believe you ever got your hands on the ball, rain or shine. So my senior year in high school, we were the first game of the year was against Marshall, Michigan, and we were playing Evan Sharpley. If you are like a diehard Notre Dame fan, you would know Evan Sharpley's name because he was a quarterback there in the Charlie Weiss era, and he also pitched on the baseball team.
Oh, Dylan Raiola so good. Sorry.
You're all right. And Isaiah Nayor is good too.
Yep, so your boy Isaiah Nayor.
Isaiah Nayor, who was the 1B to Xavier Worthy at Texas before he had that ACL, correct? Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Before he got injured, yeah.
Before he got injured, he was.
So was Troy O'Meary at one point before Troy O'Meary.
No, nobody ever said he was the 1A or 1B. Troy O'Meary, these big dudes have knee problems. I mean, Troy O'Meary, he has knee problems. Anyway, we played Evan Sharpley. He was a Notre Dame quarterback commit. They beat us the year before, my junior year, in Kalamazoo. So my senior year, we went to Marshall. Marshall, Michigan has a great football culture, loud stadium and all that stuff. We ended up beating them, I think, in triple overtime. It was like 55-54 or something like that. I had 3 TDs in that game. But I tell you, one of my favorite athletic feats in high school was then that following spring we played Marshall in baseball, and I got a triple off of Evan. And I actually went to camps with Evan, so I knew him a little bit. Camps and actually, I went to Ohio State's camp with Evan.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Anyway, hit a triple off the right field line, a laser. Pew!
Those are the best kind, right there.
I went opposite field.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how I always hit.
I went opposite field and hit a triple off of Evan, boy.
Man, see a triple. I'm a little disappointed. Back in my heyday, it was always inside the park home runs. Just because you know the speed you talk about.
I got it. Let me tell you something. I would have got it inside the park home run, but that ball hit the fence so fast that it came back to the right fielder.
So Andrew, no, not Spanx. It was Under Armour. I'm a big. They're the Guardians now. Cleveland Indians fan. So it was always a Cleveland Indians branded Under Armour. It was the same one. That's the thing. It was always the same one. I would have the same one cut off. It was right about the elbow on my catching arm, all the way down to my wrist with my wristbands on every game. Didn't matter if I played in a tournament and I was playing multiple days in a row, go home. I'm going to be honest, sometimes it didn't get washed. Sometimes it did. It was the same one every time. I had to have it.
I actually want to talk about this for a second because one of my favorite things in baseball was hitting the art of hitting the outside pitch. Okay. Yeah. Because the inside pitch, you got to hit in front of you.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
The outside pitch, you got to let it come on the plate.
All the way in. Yep. Yeah.
And you got to hit it back here.
Yep.
And when you do, you can hit a line drive just like you
hit
a line drive. Yep. And if you learn to hit that outside pitch and to you be getting doubles and triples all day.
It took me a long time to learn that because I was almost like a strictly just driving it to left fielders. I will fully admit, I didn't have a lot of power. I hit like 2 home runs over the fence my entire time playing baseball. I just don't have a lot of power that way. When I learned to drive the ball oppo, mean inside the park home runs, triples all the time. And I felt like the baddest, out on the field doing that stuff. And I always hit like top 3 after. I just loved it, man. I miss it so much. But I don't have the speed I used to have. I know that.
Let me tell you the most fun. This was in high school, so I was on a travel team. And it was really stealing home when the pitcher would go from the windup. If you were on third, it was like, yo, dumbass. Like, I'm just going to walk to – I could not wait until I got to third base to see if the pitcher was going to go from the windup. Because as soon as he took that step back, I didn't even really need to slide. Because I was like – and but if they were batting, you knew not to fucking swing if that pitcher went from the windup. Because do not take my head off. Because stealing home, that's such a
you played center field too, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm being honest, my favorite thing was robbing people with catches because I always diving, sliding, jumping into the wall, whatever. Some of it was gates for us, or should say gates, but like fences. That was my favorite thing, is when it was always when someone thought they gapped it and they thought they had you beat, and then you just do that dive, you get in your glove and you just kind of slide and pretend like in my inside I was like, yeah, you know what, like saying all kinds of expletives, but then pretended like it was nobody's like, whatever.
I'm surprised
toss it in.
Keep a lid on it because you're so emotional that you.
Yeah. I will not talk crap unless someone does it to me first, because my thing has always been scoreboard. Like, you can talk all the crap you want, but if I'm winning, whatever, I'm winning. It wouldn't be unless someone talks crap to me. That's when I start to get, because you've done this to me on the shows. Once you start getting under my skin, it's easy to then get me continually fired up. So I try not to.
That is a dot from Kyle McCord.
Perfect, because I'm about to see it right now.
That is a dot.
God, he's so good. Is he going to be a first-round pick? I think we need to start having a discussion about maybe not this year, because I think he has one more year of eligibility. Kyle McCord could be a first-round pick, man. That is a beautiful throw. Did you see those ones that I reposted?
No, hold on. Let me see.
Because I know. So there's two of them. I think now the top one is not the one I was talking about. The second one. You'll know which one I'm talking about, I promise.
All right, hold on.
All right. Yeah, no, I got to look. I haven't not been watching. Yes, Steve Jackson, first round. Why not? I mean,
that is good.
There's two of them. One of them I don't think is great, but the other one that to Pena in the back of the end zone.
But I mean, it's a 10-yard throw.
Still, hey, it's an NFL throw.
I mean, I want those throws to be 15, 20 yards downfield, but it's a good throw. That's a good throw. All right. Now that we're talking about this, one day soon, when we can all live in the same state, probably Arizona, since all forms of gambling, sports gambling is legal there, and we build our studio in Arizona, just like the fantasy footballers, we're going to have a softball team. And I wonder how Austin would play.
On what?
Did you hear what I just said?
No, I was replying back to a text message and then looking at Jay's Steve Jackson's thing.
Matthew, listen, I'm creating a scenario.
Yes.
The company does well. All the founders move to one state so we can do
Texas, not Arizona. Texas. No state taxes.
Is sports betting legal in Texas?
It is, yes.
Well, for some reason, everybody, like, when you have money, you move to Arizona.
But Austin's already saying there's 0% chance he'll live in Arizona. So Texas, it's the mecca of high school football. It's so easy to get everywhere from here. Like, I'm telling you.
What are you talking about? No, it's not. You got to drive everywhere.
I'm not saying in Texas. Oh, yeah, but there's airports everywhere. Like, there's an airport for a city that's like a 3-hour drive. You take a 40-minute flight to get there.
The location where we're going to move doesn't really
It does matter. Texas matters. Yeah, exactly. Old people go to Arizona. I'm not that old yet, Felix. I'm not trying to retire. Texas. I'm moving to Texas.
I want to put together this softball team.
Yes. Okay.
I'm playing center. I'll put you at shortstop.
I mean, I'd rather go left field. I love playing in the outfield. I'll play shortstop, but I'd rather be in the outfield.
Austin is probably playing first because he's tall.
Austin, do you have good hand-eye coordination? I assume so because
Austin says he
playing soccer. But
we saw how that race ended up. And
I didn't get to see the race because you guys decided to go without me, which I'm still upset about.
There.
I was 5 minutes away. I was only walking in as you guys raced.
Who is that?
Running back? Oh, please let that be Cedric Irvin.
Davis.
Nope. Dang it.
Who is that?
Come on, man.
Who is that? Let's see who that is. All right, so I got Austin at first base. I've got
Chris K pitching.
Yeah. No, Chris K, you got to put him at shortstop.
That's fair. He's probably the best baseball player out of all of us.
You got to put Chris K at shortstop.
No, you got to put Colin at catcher. I love you, Colin. Colin's going to catcher. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Hey, Colin said he was trying to lose weight for the wedding. I want to know. I haven't seen Colin since then.
Let's do a check-in on him.
He had that little tire. Oh,
come on. Don't do Colin like that. I feel bad enough for the way me and Colin first met in person.
Colin was kind of built like the dynasty sign a little bit.
Oh, man. Colin catching strays. The nicest guy in the world.
But he said he wanted to lose weight for the wedding, so I haven't seen him since then. I need to know who this Davis person is. Chris Davis, running back. Chris Davis Jr., freshman. This is another freshman. We got a lot of freshmen on playing for Stanford. I don't know. Didn't Jarek like pole vault or something in college?
Yeah, Jarek was a pole vaulter in college.
Was it pole vaulter or was he cross country? I think it was pole vaulting, right?
No, he was a pole vaulter.
That's what I thought. I don't know where to put a pole vaulter on the softball field. Matthew.
Second base.
Yeah, that's probably
second
fine.
base. I'm trying to think. Or right field. Typically, you see that's that. Usually, put your worst athlete in right field. Jarek's not a bad athlete, but I wonder like how good he is catching the ball would kind of be my thing.
Who do we have left? Alfred. We'll put Alfred at second base.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Or catching. It's between Alfred and Colin.
I'd rather put Colin at second base than Colin. At least played soccer. I feel like he's got a little bit of wheels still left, so we'll put Colin at second base and then Alfred at catcher.
Alfred would get so bored and be so disinterested. I'm thinking about Alfred, how Alfred looked when we did the commercial in Canton.
Yeah, but that's why you put him at catcher, because he can't be distracted because they're always pitching the ball to him. So like his mind will stay in the game the whole time for the most part. Jared,
there's no worse position than a catcher in a slow pitch softball.
Oh, yeah,
that's the worst.
Well, it's not. It's the worst for the most part, but you actually need them to be somewhat decent, at least catching the ball when you got those players coming from second to home and the outfielders are like firing that ball in there to try and get the assist on the out.
Could you guys bowl over the catcher in high school?
Yeah.
You could? We couldn't. It was an out.
Different animal down here, baby.
Yeah, it was an out. That's crazy. I'm surprised that you could. I just assumed that all like you couldn't.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the exact rule for it. I want to say like you couldn't go like out of. I want to say you couldn't go out of the base path to take out the catcher, but like if he was in your way, you could try to go through him to score.
Even if he was in your way, you couldn't knock over the catcher.
I mean, I never did it. If I was not going to, most of my high school career, I was like 5'1". I was not tall, so I didn't hit my growth spurt till junior season or junior year.
I think Caden Fegan is getting pulled. Slide or avoid contact now. Brett said maybe that's the rule now. I mean, that was the rule for me growing up. But Matthew, what year did you graduate high school? 05?
2005, yeah.
Yeah, we're in the same class.
Yep, we getting old. Oh, that might answer someone's question. If someone asked, I don't know if you saw, they were asking when you played football in Michigan. They asked earlier when you were talking about the camps. Yeah, I meant to bring that up.
2001 through 2005 is when I was in high school. And so I would go out to I would do Michigan's camp and I would do UCLA's camp. At Michigan's camp, Joik Bell would be out there playing quarterback, actually. Joik Bell, who eventually played running back for the Detroit Lions, he was out there. He went to Ben Harbor, so they were in our conference. And then at UCLA, you can look. I was at UCLA's camp at the time when Osar Rashan and Gavin Ketchum were there. They were the two, like main, at least the skill position players. They were the two main recruits that ended up going from that camp to the actual team. But Tia and Tamara's little brother, smart guy, Taj Mari, Tia and Tamara Mari, the twins who do sister. Their little brother was a running back from somewhere, and he actually had a show. He had the show. He was the main character on the show, smart guy. Anyway, he was in my graduating class, and he was a running back in those camps. And then my boy Trayson Bragg, who's now I think he's in Texas somewhere doing college sports stuff.
Oh, really?
Hold on, let's see. Oh, is he in LA? No, he's in Houston.
Okay.
He's at KHSU Khou. So he's an anchor. He's a sports anchor. Anyway, Trey, that's my boy. Trayson, he's a running back and wide receiver from California that I met through camps.
What are they calling this?
All right, I need to watch this Nebraska game to see where Caden Fegan is. What are they replaying here in the?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a fumble. Oh yeah, they've got to be seeing if it's a fumble. The ball came out there at the end. I can't tell if it happened before he went
Davis.
Before he went down. Yeah,
185 pounds. Let's see what his if he has a comp.
Oh, but since we're talking Nebraska all the way back, yeah, there was a play in the UTEP game in Dylan Raiola's first game where he did that like step up in the pocket, then flushed out through off platform for like a 20-yard dot, and I was just like, he's going to be the outlier, I think, for the QB star index because he's not. I think he comes in at like a 66th percentile, so typically those guys don't pan out. I just don't see how this kid doesn't pan out. He's too good.
So Chris Davis, as a junior, shared the backfield with your boy Dante Dowdle in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. From Mississippi.
I need him to score tonight, too.
You need who to score?
Dante Dowdell.
Yeah. You got the over on the 1.5.
Yeah.
Right.
0.5 and then over on whatever Kyle's is. Was it?
I think Kyle has screwed me because it's no. I mean, he's going to go over in the first half.
It's not looking pretty right now.
Not looking pretty. And Josh McCray has this whole drive to himself for Illinois. Caden Fegan, man, what? Caden Fegan, I thought you were going to be that dude. I'm trying to think of some other takes we had in the offseason. Lenore Sellers was obviously one. Are you still there? Matt?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to figure out if Taven St. Clair's like serious injury or not. I'm sorry. I was sending a text message. I apologize. What other takes did we have? I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, we just did a whole show about him recently. I don't want to just tout mine because like I mean, I can remember mine. I don't really remember anybody else.
I'm just trying to look up.
Nico was going to be the best quarterback in college football. I said Kyle McCord was going to lead the ACC in passing. Miami was going to have a top 10 offense. What were some of the other?
You were just.
Oh man, those are some of the ones that
at 1,000 over there, huh?
Been kind of right.
Sellers and drones were some of mine. Oh, Jade Mayava was.
Yeah, that was one that I had too. That we thought he would take over from Miller Moss. That's not going to happen. Why am I saying? I have the show sheet somewhere. I could just pull it up, I guess. I think Chris put in a bunch of. I don't think Austin was on that show, so I think it was just the three of us.
Who do you have? Who's your running back one right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. I probably still have Travion.
Yeah, I've got.
No, I just moved someone over him. Actually.
I just put Ashton there. I got Ashton number 1. I got Quinshon 2, Singleton 3, Travion 4, Giddens 5.
Someone named Austin in the chat wants some help with the trade. Jamar Chase or Garrett Wilson, Gia Lopez, and Micah Hudson.
I think it depends. If I was competing on the NFL side, I'd probably take Chase. But has Jamar Chase been good? Let's see.
I don't think he. I know he didn't. I'm almost positive he didn't play week 1. I don't know if he's played since. I mean, obviously, it doesn't look like it's going to work out with him in Cincinnati. He's already saying he's not going to re-sign. I mean, obviously, they can.
I don't love that.
I mean, they can obviously franchise tag him
last year, right? So last year he had last year he had 1,200 yards. So damn, this dude has started with 3 straight 1,000 seasons. He had 100 receptions on 145 targets. Wow. Yeah, if I was an NFL contender, I probably would take Jamar Chase.
So my current rankings, and I probably need to change these a little, but I do still have Henderson at 1. Then I have Judkins, Janty, Justice Haynes are my top 4.
I don't care
Singleton
about
at 5.
Michael Hudson. I like Gio Lopez, but he's probably actually. I was watching Gio Lopez yesterday, and I'm like, this dude might not just be a CFF play. I'm not saying he's going to be a. Gio Lopez is like a really good player.
I think Corey said the same thing earlier this week on Back to Debbie. I think.
What'd you say?
I think Corey. Yeah, I think Corey said the same thing about Gio Lopez on Back to Debbie this week.
With the one on the show with Austin.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten through that whole show. All right, we got 10-10 in the second quarter between Illinois and Nebraska, and we've got 13-3 Syracuse losing to Stanford. Come on, Kyle. Let's get a drive here before the end of the half.
No, man. Just get that one touchdown. I feel a whole lot better.
Dylan Raiola is 11 for 15 for 91 yards and a touchdown. You know, I know it's weird with the conference realignment stuff, but when you get to see regular season games, even like this one, an ACC matchup between Stanford and Syracuse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. It's fun.
Yeah,
I agree. You can see USC and Michigan. What's up with the offensive line? And Kyle McCord has fumbled like 3 times.
Well, I don't know. I'm behind you a little bit apparently. So,
well,
I don't know, man. The offensive line has been good so far this season, or so far this year. I don't know what is going on with this game. I don't think Stanford's that good, but they're bringing it tonight, which is weird because I know they were talking about too. Like this is the first sellout Syracuse has had in a couple years at the JMA Dome, and now they're not playing it all the way they did the first 2 weeks.
I thought they were going to be juiced,
especially coming off a bye week too. There you go. Get him out of the pocket. Oh, there we go. It's a dot. There we go. Trevor Pena, man. I've like completely stopped.
Run for the first down. Nebraska. Oh, touchdown. There we go. That's 1. I need 2 more.
Man, see, you're talking about ruining it for people. I have no idea what's happening.
My bad. Sorry.
Oh, look at that. On the run, too. Kyle McCord, he can't run. That's what they said. Can't move.
The DB fell down.
It don't matter. I'm not talking about the touchdown, but that does help.
Turn the lights off in that dome? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do the flicker thing. They do the flicker thing or whatever.
Happened? I don't like that. I would not like that if I was in that stadium. Did the DB? All right, I need 2 more. And I need. There's life. Yeah, DB fell down.
Who cares? It's a touchdown. That's all that matters. Kyle McCord getting out the pocket. I love it. Look at that. Look at that mobility. Dude can't do nothing, they said.
Who is they?
Everybody. Oh, I could take this off the screen. My bad. I don't know if you got a question. I don't know if you got an answer to that question. Austin,
what question?
To the trade. I would probably take.
I said I would take Chase. I would probably take Chase. If I was an NFL contender, I'd probably take Chase.
Oh, let's see what Raiola does here.
Yeah, I would probably take Chase. Ooh. Dylan Raiola gives me hope for the future of quarterbacking, because I'm thinking about after when we lose the 2024 running back class.
Yeah,
I mean, can you imagine trying to rank the top 20 at running backs after we lose the 2024 class? It's going to be really hard.
Yeah,
it's going to be really
talking about running backs or quarterbacks? Because you brought up Dylan Raiola, but then you moved to.
I'm thinking about the future at all positions, but
yeah. Well, I mean, quarterback. I mean, what are you looking at?
This is the thing about quarterbacks. There are guys that we've seen, and we'll just have to rank them. I feel like at running back, we're going to be ranking guys highly who haven't played. Like somebody like James Peoples, we might end up seeing him in like the top 25 or so.
See, but I kind of think the same thing about quarterback, to be honest with you, for the most part. So let's just say all the guys who can go. Carson Beck's gone. Let's say Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Quinn Ewers, Garrett Nussmeier, Jalen Milroe, Drew Allard, Shedora Sanders. Let's just say Caden Salter, I mean, all those guys are in our top 15, all gone.
Alar's not leaving.
I said if all those guys go, if they all leave. So I agree with you, Steve. Nico and Archer easily 1-2. But then when you look at the rest of the players out there, I mean, you got what? DJ Lagway. I mean, obviously we've seen some of them this year. He'll continue doing. Raiola will be up there.
Let's see how we would rank them. I think it would be Nico number 1. My next quarterback, it's all the way down to 7, would be Drew Aller at number 2.
Oh, I put Arch.
Jackson. I got Jackson Arnold. I might need to move Arch ahead of Jackson Arnold. Actually, let me do that right now.
Yeah, Arch. I think Arch has got to be at 2 with what we saw. I actually don't think I think he could struggle a little bit this week against ULM, but I think
I get teased, mocked, and ridiculed around here for moving players up or down after one performance, and you got one performance from Arch being we got to move him up to 2.
It's not. No, I'm talking about next year. I'm talking about next year. He's got to be 2 after Nico, not right now. Oh right. No, don't put him at 2 now. No. I
know, but I'm just saying. Okay, so let's go. So Nico number 1.
I don't even have Arch in my top 10. So
I got Arch at number 9. I had Arch at number 9.
Where do I have Arch? I have Arch at 12. I didn't move him up at all from that. Like
let's finish this exercise here. Nico at number 1.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Arch at number 2. Let's say
yes.
Aller at 3.
Okay.
Lagway or Jackson Arnold?
You want me to be honest?
Oh, it would actually be Royola.
That's who I would put there. Yeah, it would be Raiola for me.
Let me move him up, actually. It would be Royola, and then
I would put Lagway. I just think he's got better NFL tools compared to Jackson Arnold.
Okay. And then after that, I would have Rocco Becht, then Josh Hoover, Lenore Sellers, Kyron Drones, Avery Johnson. So that's like the top, 8 or so?
Yeah.
And then I've got Aiden Childs and Jalen Daniels is after that, and Devin Dampier. I got Devin Dampier at 24. Is that too high?
Probably. I mean, the interesting one's going to be Dante Moore, obviously. Where does he come in ranked if he does win the Oregon job?
That's true.
What we like about him.
29 right now, and I have him below Devin Dampier, John Mateer. I have him below Jaden Mayav. I don't know, man.
I think, another one that's going to be interesting.
What?
That I think could jump up really high. Pierce Clarkson with Louisville, with what we've been seeing Braum do with that offense. I do think Clarkson is a very good passer.
So Clarkson, I remember watching the spring game. For as tiny as Clarkson looks, he has a strong arm. Oh, Isaiah
Nayor. Yeah, I just saw that too.
You got to come up with that, Isaiah Nayor. That's why they bought it.
It's a touchdown. They just ruled it a touchdown.
Did they?
Yeah. Did he drop it?
No, they called it interception.
No, they just ruled a touchdown. Raiola was just celebrating on the field, unless I just missed it, unless they switched it. He's technically down at that point.
That is not a touchdown.
I mean, they're gonna rule for the offensive side.
That's an interception.
It's 6-10 right now. They've ruled it a touchdown for Nebraska.
Since he's falling to the ground, he has to complete the catch. That's an interception, man. That's an interception. I don't care that's an interception. And we've got Stanford driving with 5 seconds left in the first half. Are they close to get a field goal? They're going to have to throw it. They're going to have to throw it. That is an interception. Hold on. Let me hear Mike Pereira.
You complete the process of the catch when he hits the ground. The ball comes out there, and then it's pulled out by the defense. As long as it didn't hit the ground, to me, I agree with your thinking.
I muted you because that was super loud.
I mean, you can't be leaning that far to the offense. He never had full possession of the ball, on the ground. Didn't complete the process of the catch. Still muted. Am I muted?
No, I can hear you. No, I can hear you. Oh, you might have been like right at first. I unmuted you as soon as I saw you talking because that was really loud. So I muted you really quick. I don't know if it was loud for them. It was like really loud in my ears.
I was playing it so that people could hear it. You muted the Mike Pereira explanation?
I did. It was super loud. There's a first part of it, but then I muted it because it was loud.
Well, I've got a good microphone over here. Yeah, that's an interception. Is there anything that I need to do to the show sheet tomorrow? Do I need to make some picks or something?
I don't think so. I think it's probably.
Are the graphics ready?
Probably not. I just found out it looks like it's just going to be you, Nick, and me. Austin's got some stuff going on, he said. So I think it's just going to be the three of us. But I can work on it after the what's it called's over. Whenever we're done doing this. I don't know if we're going until halftime or what. I got nothing else to do but sit and watch games. So because Washington State plays San Jose at 9:00 tonight. So I'll probably stay up and watch that.
I can't stay. I cannot stay. Cannot stay up for that. When does that one start?
At 9:00 my time, so 10:00 yours.
Oh my goodness! If I ever become president, I'm eliminating all time zones. Eliminating all time zones. It's just going to be Eastern Standard Time. That will be the world's time. Ugh. That is an interception. What's taking them so long?
Because it was ruled touchdown on the field, I think. They got to have that, undisputable evidence and whatnot.
Yeah, touchback. That's what I thought. Give it to him. Give it to him. That's a really good play defensively. Really good play. No, that's the right call, Steve. That is the right call. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you haven't already.
Commercial break for both now. So
this Illinois-Nebraska game is pretty good. And you got two quarterbacks who are playing really well. Yeah. Let's see where I have Luke Altmaier ranked. Because I remember in the past I've been mocked and ridiculed for that.
That's a good question. I don't even know where I have him ranked.
I have Luke Altmaier at 68. So I have him behind Joey Aguiar, Giovanni McCoy, Will Howard, Tyler Van Dyke. Yeah, I can move him up. I can move him. And by the way, I was also mocked and ridiculed for asking for Billy Edwards, for ranking Billy Edwards as high as I had. Oh, I got to move Walker White way down. I'm going to move Luke Altmaier to 53.
Why is it not working?
Behind, I can move him ahead of Malik Murphy. Move Paul Haney down. All right, I've got Luke Altmaier now at 50. Anytime you're a true freshman and you can come in for, Matt Corral, like he did in that bowl game and look competent.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to see what he did in that game. Luke Alt. I want to see what he did in that game. That was like 3 years ago now.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working.
That was 3 years ago. Yeah, so that was Baylor. He went 15 for 28, 174 yards, one touchdown, and 2 interceptions. I guess that he did not look as good as I remember him in that game. But he came in. I feel like he came in for Sam Howell or Matt Corral in other games and looked good.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call all of us out. You're the only one who has him ranked.
Oh,
he
really?
probably deserves to be ranked by all of us. Yeah. I just looked. Austin doesn't. I don't. Colin doesn't. PJ, who ranks for the Kansas side, doesn't as well.
PJ has Cam Ward at like 32 or something like that. That's
no. Oh, I'm talking about Altmaier.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing that out.
None of us have Altmaier ranked. Oh.
PJ has Cam Ward at like 30 something, which is why he's not in our top 10 consensus. Because we posted the graphic on the top 10 quarterbacks in C2C ranking. They're like, why is Cam Ward not here? And it's because of PJ's ranking.
Gotcha. I mean, I try not to say anything about stuff like that, but that's a bad ranking. He deserved. I don't. If you don't believe in him, that's fine. But like 30 is a little bit egregious. He's
going in the first round.
I would argue at worst top.
I think that there's a chance that College Game Day is going to be in Louisville for the Louisville-Miami game. I guess I ran into
There he is.
So Georgia Tech plays tomorrow, and I just saw this Georgia Tech car ride around. I guess that is the Ramble and Wreck. I didn't realize that there was an official Georgia Tech vehicle, but it was the Ramble and Wreck that I was behind today.
All right, where do I want to put Luke Altmaier?
Bleak Elsie from Detroit, I believe. Oh no, that's Franklin. I thought that was Elsie. That's his car, Franklin.
All right. Luke Altmaier's officially ranked for me now.
Where do you have him?
Put him at 50. With Taylon Green, Donovan Smith, Jalen Rayner, Preston Stone, Aaron Noland, in that range. I think that's a fair ranking for him.
So right before Altmaier, I have Dylan Gabriel, Julian Sane, Cam Rising, Sam Levitt, Damon Williams, Chandler Morris, Baron Morton, Jordan McLeod, Kyle, the boy Kyle. I don't think I've got
Gabriel buried.
Where do you have Dylan? He's a pure CFF guy who has no NFL future.
I don't disagree. I think he'll get drafted. I don't think he's like a NFL. Why are these never? I don't know what's going on with. I can't get these players.
You know what?
To pull
if there would be a Brock Purdy in this class, it could be Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel, yeah.
It could be Dylan Gabriel. Like, just you would be mad at yourself that you don't have that player on your roster.
I cannot get this stuff to work. I don't understand what's going on. I can't get it to just select single players. So I have Dylan Gabriel at 24. That's where I have him right
now. Okay. Where do you have Brennan Sorsby?
It's a good question. I actually have to go through and actually look because I can't get for some reason, is it working for you if you type in the player's name on the website and it pulls up where you have him ranked?
I'm looking at my sheet.
Okay. Because I'm typing in the site and it just keeps bringing up the whole list. So Brennan Sorsby.
I always look at my sheet. I very rarely go to the website to look at my rankings.
Well, I just like using the website because you can obviously click on everybody so I can see where everybody has them ranked to see when we're having discussions like this, that's how I figured out you're the only one who has Altmaier ranked that. So that's what, when we're having discussions like this, I like to look and see, because when you brought up Cam Ward, I would have had no idea he was that low outside of you saying, hey, this, because PJ.
Well, I put that graphic together. That's the only reason why I knew where everybody had him ranked.
Sorsby.
Yeah, Sorsby was one call that I got right this offseason.
Brennan Sorsby, I have it 56 by TJ Finley, Brady Cook, Rocco Beck. DJ probably needs to drop. Ooh, I need to move Tyler Shuck up.
I need to drop Brady Cook. I got Brady Cook at 20.
And I need to move Tyler Shuck up. I got Tyler Shuck at 59. I think he deserves to get moved up at least a little.
I've got Tyler Shuck at 34.
See, my problem is I have a lot of the freshman quarterbacks up higher because I just think there's so much value there. So I have Ryan Puglisi is up really high.
I don't even know that I have Ryan Puglisi ranked. Hold on, let's see.
Though I think there's a realistic shot he could be the next guy.
I do have him ranked. I have him ranked at 94.
I just don't believe in Stockton, or I don't even know who else they have there. I probably have Danny O'Neal too high though.
Yeah.
It sounds like he might be out for a while.
Who is TJ?
TJ, what do you mean?
Steve says TJ needs to drop. I think is he talking about the rankings?
Oh, TJ Finley. I think I just mentioned I had TJ Finley in some range right there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I have TJ Finley at 58. He's getting dropped.
I've not seen Danny O'Neal play yet. I mean, I'm not really. San Diego State is not the team.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to watching.
I think he's looked fine. They haven't asked him to do anything crazy. That first game that he played, I don't remember who the game was. I don't know. I see Steve said the Danny O'Neal's fun. I don't know if he watched that game. The stats don't look good. He had 2 drop touchdowns in that game. And hit the wide receivers right in the hands, great throws, and they just dropped them. But he was out last week, I think, with a knee injury. And I don't know. I don't think I saw how serious it was. So I don't know when he's coming back. I thought he played really good in week 1. He was okay in week 2.
Come on, Caden Fegan. Oh boy. I gotta drop him in my rankings. Gotta drop the big boy.
Yeah, I can't. Tomorrow's games are gonna be fun though with that.
Would you rather have Jarquez Hunter or Abu Sama?
I guess Sama, but I don't really like either one.
No, you would rather have Jarquez Hunter.
I don't think Sama's that good, but
Hunter is at least productive. Sama has not been productive.
Yeah, but I don't think Hunter's going to end up being like a guy at the NFL level.
Well, Sama might not either.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't know. I always seem to let Mike Valerie talk me into his guys, and then like I end up thinking like this. I don't think this guy's that good, and then I like rank him high, and I don't know.
Let me ask you? Can I ask you about one other player? Where do you have? Do I have him ranked too high? I'm looking at some of these players. I'm like, do I have that dude ranked too high?
Who are you talking about?
Justin Marshall from Colorado State. Do you have him ranked?
Colorado State. I'm pretty sure I do. Let me pull up my sort my name. I have him. Oh, wrong one. Wrong Marshall. I was about to say I think I had him at 49, but that's Michigan's Marshall. Sort 72. Kedrick Riscano, Marquez Cooper, Malik Sherrod. Those are the guys I have around him.
Okay.
Where do you have him at?
I think what's throwing me off is how you guys have some of the freshmen ranked. You guys are more aggressive on ranking the freshmen. I have them at 31.
Gotcha.
So every time I watch them play, I'm like, dang, that dude must be like 210 pounds. And you look at the website, it says 185. And I'm like, I don't understand. He does not look like he's 185 pounds. Actually, let me look at it right now. Because that's the thing that always throws me off. Justin Marshall. He doesn't look. He doesn't look 180. Yeah, they have him listed at 5'10", 180. And I'm telling you, that dude does not look 180 when I look at him on the field. But, telling me he's smaller than like Jahmyr Gibbs. I just, anyway. All right. Yeah, both of these games in, well, Syracuse and Stanford is still at the half. I need 2 more touchdowns from Kyle McCord. I need like 24 yards receiving from LaQuint Allen.
24. He had like, didn't he have like 12?
I need 24 total.
Oh,
he had one catch. He had one catch.
It was at least for 10, 12 yards. I mean, he got almost back to the first down marker after the whatever it was, sack or whatever happened. Are you wanting to call it at halftime?
I mean, it's halftime with Stanford and Syracuse.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's 12 yards. Yeah, 1 for 12. So he needs 12 more, or I guess 13 more yards. We don't know, Brett. We were trying to figure that out as well. Who Chris Davis is.
He's a freshman. He's a freshman who played with Dante Dowdle in high school from Mississippi. All right, let's call it, Matthew.
All right.
And we will we'll call it right now. You guys enjoy the rest of the game. We will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. sharp. Me, Matthew, Nick. All right, y'all? Catch us then. Peace.